Hi everyone, it's me, Krylios, Team Rayceen Productions MC and producer, and today I have with me the amazing and the incomparable MsNightLyfe.
Hi, everyone. Hey,
Hello.
how are you?
I am doing pretty good. I'm doing good, and yourself?
I'm wonderful. I'm
That's
wonderful,
amazing to
beautiful.
hear. Thank you, and I'm so glad that you've joined us today. So tell me, the last time we saw each other, we shot the mukbang video together. It was a different
Yes,
world then. We were eating from one bowl. We were giving you all that. We were giving you, no care of the world and social
right.
distancing and all of that. A much different world than we are in today. How are you doing now since we've entered this pandemic?
I'm considering I'm well.
Yeah.
Everything is, I guess it's good to be expected for a time like this. I mean, I'm working. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I'm safe and I'm healthy.
Yes.
So I'm grateful for those things. But I would like to see my friends. I would like to give a hug
Yes.
and and interact, see my students.
Mm.
We are
We're being virtual right now, but speaking of your students, how is that? Because you are a teacher. How is it right now, in that space during this time? How are you handling that? How is that going?
I'm handling it okay, and I think my students are as well.
And what do
They're
you
very
teach, by the way? What ages do you teach?
fourth and fifth grade.
Fourth and fifth grade,
So,
yeah.
9 to 11-year-olds. And
Mm,
the only part that's most difficult is those students that I hadn't heard from,
yeah.
that I would normally see every day. And so, it's just making sure that they're okay and, all that good stuff.
Yes, definitely, definitely. Yeah, I get that. Well, I know that earlier when this entire thing started, you had some health difficulties. Tell me about that. How are you recovering? How was that for you? Tell me about that whole
Okay.
experience.
Well, today I actually went to one of my follow-ups of the follow-ups of the follow-up appointments,
Yes.
and I was cleared today. So I'm happy about that. I had my surgery right before everything shut down, so I was
Hmm.
in and out, in 5 days.
Yes.
So I was home literally the week before they shut down. I got out on a Thursday. They shut
Hmm.
down on a Monday, and so
Wow.
I was safe, and it was like in the nick of time, really.
Hmm.
And so I would have visiting nurses and things like that where I didn't have to go in. I did a couple of virtual calls with my doctor,
Hmm.
just to, for her to look at my scar
Hmm.
and, make sure my temperature is right, make sure I'm not holding any water, things like that. So
Yes,
it's
yes.
been pretty easy for me. Like I said, considering it's been almost effortless,
Mm. Oh.
to be in
Well,
good.
I'm just happy that you're doing better, and I'm so glad that you're on the mend, you're on the recovery, and you're doing well. I'm really,
I
really happy to hear that, because we've been with you now for a while, and you are one of that, that integral part of what we do, here at Team Racing. So I'm just so glad that you're on the mend
absolutely
and that
love.
you're doing better. You know what I mean? But let the audience know about what you do, your poetry, your arts. Let them know what it's all about.
Well, when I'm not teaching, I'm writing poetry. I'm writing books.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm considering my first screenwriting class, and I also sell books, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm adding houses to that repertoire. So
Yes.
busying myself trying to. I mean, still holding steadfast to my goals.
Mm-hmm.
Um, And so, yeah, I do all kinds of things. I mean, you can always visit me online. At,
Yes, yes, yes. I love it. I
shameless plug.
always shameless plug. Actually, use the opportunity right now. Shameless plug yourself. How can they follow you? How can they find out about your stuff?
Yes,
Let us
yes,
know.
yes. You can absolutely follow me across social media with the @ symbol, your favorite poet. If you're into
Mhm.
specifics, On Instagram, it's at MsNightLyfe, NIGHTLYFES _Venom. SweetToothMedia.com is sweet, SWEET, tooth,
Yes.
OOTH, media, MEDIA.com. And Facebook, it's simply at MsNightLyfe,
Mhm.
MsNightLyfe.
There we go. There we go. Tell me, has this entire period, inspired things in your art, in your
Oh
writing? And
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I've gotten one good poem about, just about what it means to be at home for us and what that looks like, from my perspective, from the perspective of my peers, people that I've
Hmm.
spoken with.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, I've wrote a poem. I've painted, created in, my home, and
Hmm.
took care of some projects. So it's doing, yeah, it's, I mean, you have nothing else to do.
That's true. That's true. We
I've been
really don't.
productive.
We really do not. We really don't. But I do believe that during this time, it is really one of those times where you do get inspired because this is something new. This is something as a society, as humanity, we're all going through together. We're all experiencing for the first time together. And
Mhm.
so when something, that big and that, not even just traumatic, but just overall just so impactful on
Yeah.
humans in general, it will inspire our art, it will inspire our science, it will inspire our government, it will forever. I mean, we're just entering a new world after this. And
Mhm.
so it's crazy to see, but honestly, I'm saddened about the things that we've missed out on. We had so many big plans for the Ask Racing show, for Team Rayceen, and I'm sure you had many big plans as well. Tell me about some of them that you're not able to do now.
The main things was travel. I'm missing my trips to Bali and Ghana. Both were planned and scheduled for July, but
Mm,
and so now I don't know when that will be, because I mean, and then with me having the surgery,
yeah,
I did it to make sure that I would be able to travel during during that time frame, but I can't, and
yeah.
so I'll wait. And even if they allowed me to, I wouldn't go at this point. I would wait a little while just to
Mm-hmm.
see what developments they come across in the treatment, and understanding what this is and how to prevent it.
Mm-hmm.
So but travel is definitely the main thing. Pride, I mean, that's not happening this year.
Oh my
And
God,
so
can you believe?
yeah, no, I can't. I didn't imagine that it would last as long as it has. And
And we just
so
have to get used to it at this point. It's really become, the status quo.
yeah, I knew that it would become, or that it was becoming the status quo when I started seeing commercials, more than one commercial
It's
about
they're all in this uncertain time.
right,
We're
right.
all together, alone together, and it's all of them. It's like we're here, and I'm like, okay, girl. So
Yeah,
it's this is just what it is right now.
yes. Yes. And so, yeah, I mean, those types of things. And, it's a friend of mine's birthday today, and usually
Mm.
we're celebrating. And
Mine too. It is a friend of mine's birthday today as well. That's crazy.
yeah,
Wow. Yeah.
so, just to get out, to be able to, I mean, it's beautiful. I would love to be hanging out on a rooftop right now with
I
the
know,
drinking.
right? I know. But I'm hanging out as best as I can while I'm here,
Indeed,
you know.
indeed.
A little tequila.
Nothing for me. Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Girl, yeah, but I mean it's just so great to have you here though. Now, let me tell me this. At the end of all of this, give us some hope, some advice, some light at the end of the tunnel type tease. What do you want to say to our viewers to keep us uplifted during this time?
Um, it is too shall pass.
Mm-hmm.
It always does. It always has, at least in my lifetime. So this too shall pass, and when we come out of this, we'll be well rested.
Mm-hmm.
Um, those projects that we've been putting off or not able to do for whatever reasons will have become, you will have finished them. And
Mm-hmm.
that is progress as long as you're moving your feet, as long as you're doing and carrying on the best that you can and the best that
Mm-hmm.
you know how, then you are doing something. And that's something to be said, especially with little people and little eyes watching us.
That is
We're
true.
teaching them how to survive and how to live, not just survive, but to live in a time when the world around you is changing and constantly changing. For those students that are graduating this year, that won't be able to recall, or do you remember on graduation night when so and so and so and so, they won't
Yes.
have those experiences.
Yes.
And so, when outside opens up, because it will,
Mm-hmm.
um, and even if it's with restrictions or changes in how you were out before, um, you get to celebrate together, and you get to live your life and better prepare, start planning for things like this and independence. And that is what I
Definitely. Awesome. Thank you so much. And that's already inspired me. Thank you
have.
so much. And honestly, thank you for joining us today. I'm so happy that I got to see you, that we got to have this time together. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you. And to our viewers, thank you for watching.